Okay, back to Crypto Spark, and thank you for joining me today, guys. Awesome to have you here. This is a huge moment. I'm definitely recording it. I know there's been, is it going back? Is it 6,000? Is it not 6,000? I don't have a lot of time, but bottom line is I'm going to record this. It's going to be short. It's going to be sweet, and we're going to celebrate this because bottom line is we got people saying it didn't hit 6,000, but it did hit 6,000. Depends on which which exchange you're watching. So let's see if anybody shows up. It's middle of the day. Don't have a lot of time. Hopefully some people will stop by and enjoy this together. I know I've seen a couple of other live streams and they're just as excited as I am. And I'm sure we'll see around the clock. There'll be different live streams, different people talking about it. And of course, even now we're looking at it and it's at, let's see, just under 6. And we got USA Today reporting that we have, they're not only calling it 6,000, they're calling it a bubble, but it's all over the news everywhere you look. And bottom line is people are getting excited about it, right? We're going to get excited about it here too. All right, let's see. Bitcoin hits record as it surges above 6,000. Wait a minute, we can't do it this way. Wait a minute, time out. We can't do it this way. This is not how we roll. Hold on a second. That's how we roll. All right, let's do it. So let's see. We got USA Today talking about a Bitcoin hits record as it surges above 6,000. Let's see. And it's all over the place. I mean, a lot of different news articles are coming out about it. Bitcoin surged 5% to a record high above 6,000 on Friday. Traded at 6,003 as of 11:48 New York, according to CoinDesk. So depending on what you were watching, you were going to see this. Obviously, some exchanges, they have different averages. You're going to see some use an average, like CoinDesk uses 4 different big averages in different parts of the world. So that helps. It makes it a lot easier. But anyways, we are definitely officially over 6,000. And where are we going from here? Where are we going from here? What's up, Nigel? How's it going, buddy? So let's see. We are over 6,000. We've got USA Today talking about it. Who else is talking about it? We've got a few different YouTube videos talking about it. We've got live streams going. USA Today, as I mentioned. Although USA Today, there's another one that says heading, Bitcoinist says heading for 10,000 question mark on Bitcoin. USA Today, there's another one about, obviously talking about a bubble. Let's see what they have to say. Josh, what's up, buddy? How's it going? On Coin Market, we've got market cap of 174, right? A lot of the alts are taking a hit. We got Ethereum back down to 308. Ripple doing that little Ripple dance, likes to go up to 30 and then come back down to the mid-teens, right? So now it's 21. Bitcoin Cash really still staying at 329, Litecoin 61. A couple of them that people have asked about. Neo seems like it's just hanging, treading water. And of course, Amosigo, 767. And of course, I've mentioned Pivx multiple times. It's in the 345, 350 range, but it's still climbing up the charts in market cap. So that's kind of exciting. We've got a lot of people, moving back into crypto and back into Bitcoin, hoping that split gives them some free stuff, right? Everybody loves free stuff, but be careful of what that means. There's no free lunch and there's no guarantee. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Josh says we're going back to 4,000 from here. And then Eric says, I hope so, because then I'm buying. I don't know. I guess so. We'll see, right? We'll see what happens. But bottom line is we've hit 6,000 a lot of times. You get a little bit of a burst and everybody thinks it's just going to collapse back down. And the more news, the better. At this point, we got Mark Cuban coming out and saying 10% of Ethereum could be in Ethereum and Bitcoin for your speculative choices. I mean, but that's a big deal to say that. Not even pumping his own hedge fund, but saying this whole thing, Bitcoin and Ethereum, is worthwhile. If you want to jump in, go for it. Let's see, Bitcoin technicals. Yikes. This was earlier this morning. Pushes towards 6,000. Dow is up. Yep, no kidding, right? Bitcoin price nears 10,000 in Zimbabwe due to a lack of cash in the country. 10,000. Right, because this incredible premium. I'm sure it's a small sliver of people that are doing that, but it is interesting how market has that kind of impact. Jeff Sessions says dark web use of Bitcoin is a big problem, right? Because, that's the big problem that the government has, is worrying about the dark web. Always, there's a boogeyman. Look, there's a boogeyman. No, don't look over here. Look over there. You don't want to look over here. It's a boogeyman. You got to pay attention to the boogeyman. Don't pay attention to anything else. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's not natural. People are using margin. Yeah, I'm sure some of them are using margin, but more people are coming in, right? So if this market cap gets up to that 185, 195, it's less about margin and more money coming in. So I don't doubt that there is some on margin. There's no doubt about that. Of course. Of course. Ricardo, what's up, brother? Hope you are doing well. Any idea what happens next month? Post-forking. Post-forking. That's just a pretty funny term. A lot of people are speculating what's going to happen, right? So we're going to keep in mind, filled with speculation. There's not even a guarantee. Nothing is a guarantee until it happens. So keep that in mind. It's not a guarantee until it happens. A lot of people are saying, free coins, free coins. Not always, right? It doesn't always work that way, and you never know what is going to come from that. But I do remember, when Bitcoin Cash came onto the scene, there was this incredible futures push, right? And it was what, $800, $900. You couldn't trade it very easily, and it was very difficult to get your money in and out. And now here we are on that just over 300. But a lot of people still say that's a great price, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. As for Bitcoin Gold, I'm a little bit skeptical about this. I mean, I'm skeptical in general as a rule of thumb to be careful. What's up, Juan? How's it going, brother? But we got to keep in mind, I think, that we don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin Gold. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of arguments here about this. And, I don't know. I've been very, very cautious about it. I gave Bitcoin Gold, some validity here by at least talking about what they were saying about the myths and trying to break down some of the stuff. I'm not supporting. I'm simply giving information. You guys get to decide. I'm just not going to hide a bunch of information. I don't think that's fair. I think my job partially is just expose people to it. So if it's Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, we can all speculate what's going to happen. I don't think anybody completely knows, right? Eric, it's probably a pump because everybody wants that coin. Once the coin comes out, they'll still get off to get the money, and hopefully Bitcoin to go down. Yeah, who knows? Who the heck knows? We don't know, but it's a valid point. I know a lot of people believe that Bitcoin Gold is just simply a pump and dump to get some money. But, hey, listen, hit the like button while you're here. I'm not going to be here long. This is going to be a fast live stream. Took me forever to get to it. I have so much work to do. And, there's so much research and important stuff to look through. Please hit the like button while you're here. And thank you guys. I know I saw some of you on another live stream, and I appreciate that. Juan, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this. It's exciting. As long as you guys want it, you're gonna push me. It's gonna be like a wave of us getting pushed together. It's not me. It's not one individual or one big channel or a channel with even 100,000 people. This is all of us collectively doing this. That's what's exciting. At least I think so. I've been watching your videos, doing an amazing job. It's all the support from you guys. That's what makes it worthwhile. That's what makes all the work and the research worthwhile. So I really appreciate it. Too legit to quit. Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going? How's it going? I know you're annoyed by the forks. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Sold my Bitcoin for alts the last few weeks ago, waiting for price to crash next month to get back. I don't really care about Bitcoin Gold. Free lunch doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm not into a free lunch. I always think there's, red flags that should go up when you think everything's a free lunch. But selling all in order to do something else, man, you're living on the edge, and that's up to you. You get to do what you want. I think, you have a solid position in something, and then you break off and use a little bit this way and a little bit that way. And that way you don't get caught, hung out to dry. You're playing a binary market that way, and binary markets mean 50-50, right? So anyways, sold my Bitcoin. Good day, folks. What's up, Zorn? Zorn 101, always a great supporter, always here. Good day, Forks. So bottom line, remember, hit that like button. As I said, I'm not going to be here for long. You guys probably aren't either, but this will be short. It'll be sweet, to the point, and we'll definitely get some good questions going back and forth. But very exciting, 6,000 Bitcoin. I doubt this is going to be the last exciting video like this. Now we're on to 10,000. People are talking about it broke that 5,000, settled back down, and now we're getting a lot of positive information in the news. Gerald Davis, what's up? How's it going? Any new info on Salt? Well, not new info if there's anything happening, but Salt is for lending, and you got to have money to do it. It's certainly better to have some kind of peer system, peer-to-peer, but you got to be verified. You got to have the money, and then you can invest, right? Or you can be part of the lending piece of it, which, hey, there's a need for that. People want to lend. They want to work out a peer-to-peer lending system. Why not? Why not? Let's see, if I'm not mistaken, and then after it goes back up, looking for a nice drop now so I can buy back in. So is everybody. So is everybody. New people might be coming in or getting that, trying to get the fork so they can get some crypto gold and get some free. I'm going to, let's see, I have to come up with a new coin, crypto, like a bit free, right? Maybe that's out there. I don't know, but like bit free, because everybody thinks that every hard fork will just give them free coins. And hey, maybe that's true. Deepak Krishna, good morning, crypto. Bitcoin is sparking. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Can't be upset about it, right? We all want that pullback. Once you learn about crypto, you just want it to go down so you can get in. So you can get in. Nobody wants it to crash and disappear, but we all want it to become this really incredibly affordable ride. But hey, when is that going to happen? People have been saying that for 8 years now. Oh, it'll keep going down, and it goes down for a little while, and then it booms back up. So, there's really no telling that it'll go down and everybody will say, oh, that's great. I think something significant has to happen for a real crash in crypto. So bottom line is, here's the word of the day. You ready for the word of the day? And hit like button if you understand this. Or give me a thumbs up. Accumulate. Accumulate. Right? We got to accumulate. You may not have all the money in the world to get in, but buy a ticket and get on the ride. And then slowly accumulate, and maybe not everything all at once. Maybe something pulls back, you put more in. Pulls back, you put more in. Buy the dips, that's okay. But just waiting and waiting and waiting, that hasn't worked out for a lot of people. It hasn't worked out for a lot of people. So get in, accumulate over time, have enough dry powder for when something happens, and then you don't get freaked out about it, okay? Market cap dominance, 57%. Really, it's a spike, right? Is it going to stay that way? I have a hard time believing that, but it's a good thing. We'll take the spike. We'll take the spike of the dominance and just ride the wave, right? Ride the wave. That's all. Dollar cost averaging is key. That's part of the accumulation. You can dollar cost, and if you don't want to just dollar cost, keep some aside so that we can slowly accumulate. That's okay. But over time, accumulation is really, word of the day, right? That's how I feel. Ian Holloman, how's it going? Dollar cost average, hodling, absolutely. You got to be careful of getting in and out. People are like, oh, I got out and I did this. Hey, I'm okay with trading. I'm okay with going to the alts. I like OMG. I like NAV. I love PIVX, which keeps climbing up in the market cap, right? But bottom line is, I didn't get rid of everything else. I didn't sell off all my Bitcoin and all my Ethereum so that I could just get into NAV, which, by the way, at 60 cents went back up to 80. Nobody's paying attention to that. That's a 30% jump. Right, PIVX is doing well as well. I mean, 345, 350. These things are slowly climbing up. So wait for a pullback and accumulate some of the alts if you want to be in the alts at all. If you don't want to be in them, that's fine. But the same method. Don't just keep jumping ship. Accumulate both of them over time. I know some people are just like, oh, we can just get rich in all these coins and just trade up and trade up. No, you're probably not going to be the person that does that. Most will lose money that way. You're giving up fees. You're just betting. Bottom line there is accumulate over time. Keep bringing income into the space. And that's what's going to drive this thing to the moon. We're already at the moon. What am I talking about? We're past the moon and we're going to Mars. But, you got to be smart about how you do it, right? Let's see. Hive is kicking ass. Of course Hive is going to be kicking butt, right? So are the ETFs that we're all going to start hearing about left and right. So let's see. Tone Vase is an idiot. I'm not going to even go there. Come on. Everybody's got their opinions, right? I mean, he's just hardcore. That's all. He's passionate about what he believes in. Think about that, right? Think about it. Think about, we have our strong passions about what we believe in. There are people outside of this space, outside, that think we're idiots. So let's just, try to, let's all get along to some degree. We can disagree. But, if we have good intentions, recognize that people are passionate about it. Make sure you hit the like button. Hey, guys, if you're not following me on Twitter already, please do. I only have a few hundred people. I've never really used it. I've had it for years. But now that crypto is such a big space and it's a great way for us to share our message, please either share Twitter, obviously, right? Get on Twitter and retweet this information. This is how we can really, really get it out there and we all have an impact. If you are not on Twitter, hey, what the heck? Start an account. Just think of it as some kind of way to, get information out there in a quick way. Everybody's going to do it. And by the way, everybody in crypto land, all the big ones, all the big people in crypto, they are all on Twitter. Whether you like it, I like it, doesn't matter. They're all on Twitter, which means We need to be where all that's happening. We can reshare stuff and learn stuff very, very quickly. It's instantaneous, right? So make sure we do that. Yeah, going to Mars, exactly. Time to buy alts. Well, I said that 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Or whatever it was. I said, yeah, definitely don't go all towards Bitcoin. Get some alts. Pick up a little bit of PIVX. Of course, I said that when it was 280, and then it went up to like 380, right? Same thing with NAV. It was having a really hard time. Went all the way from 130 down to in the 60s, and somebody asked me, and I said, yeah, I'm a big supporter of NAV in the 60s. And I do like the project, but I like it in the 60s for a price. Went up to 80, but you can still slowly accumulate that. If you want to trade them, trade them. But, that's how I see. Get on Twitter. We need all the twits. Yeah, we need all the twits. And some of you are sharing my tweets, and I love that. I know probably not a lot. A lot of people just don't want to engage, but it's really helpful to do that. I'm not saying anything controversial. Your friends will hear about it. Put it on Facebook. Share it with people on this thing. Well, you will watch it swell. We've watched it swell in such a short period of time. What's up, Easy Eagle? I love that. I like that name. I love your picture. That's cool. Good stuff. I bought some Lisk. It seems like a good bet. I hear a lot of good things about Lisk. I'll have to look deeper into it. As you guys know, before you leave, hit the like button. I'm not going to be here for long. Make sure you help out and share. But also, just to let you know, and I've mentioned this a few times, I'm going to have more interviews, more reviews, trying to pick out, like Lisk is a good example. I haven't done enough homework. But if I could do a review on it, that means I literally sit down and spend time on it and just dig it apart. I try to give you at least the good parts of what I see, potential. I don't tell people what to buy, obviously, but I just try to bring up stuff that's kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to some neat interviews. I think I got one coming up next week. I'm so busy trying to schedule them as a challenge. Try to do more of them, reaching out to certain people that I know people want to see, because honestly, there's a lot of good interviews, but I want to ask the hard questions. Like, I want to ask the hard questions, not to give people a hard time, but like really question what you guys want, what I want. When I say, like, I'm not sure if I understand that or if I think that's really worthwhile. Is it really worthwhile? Or, go through those with good interview questions. And I want to do that. I know that's what I want to see. Hopefully you guys are like that too. Dr. Fair point regarding passionate views. Yeah, I'm not going to say, there's some people out there that are just just scammers, spammers, and all that stuff, right? But if somebody's totally into it and they have pride for crypto and they just want to do a good thing, get their opinion. You may not agree with it, but, I'm sure there are people, I guarantee you there are people right now watching me going, oh, not this idiot, not this idiot. That's okay. That's all right. But I'm passionate about it and I'm not going to make them happy. But I know a lot of us are in the same boat and we should be working together. There's tons of people out there that don't want us working together. Don't let them do it here. Don't let them do it, right? All right, I'm looking forward to those ICO reviews. Yeah, Gerald, listen, I have a plan and I have a goal for the next 12 months to actually do reviews on a regular basis. We'll see how it develops and if people like it. I've already done a few. I got playlists that you can check out on my channel. And there's not like promotions of these, but just to keep pulling out the ones that people ask about and also the ones that I think are gems that nobody hears about or ones that at least look kind of interesting. Some of them will be big picture, like really big picture. And some of them I think, hey, these are kind of good investments possibly because they're going to save a lot of money for some kind of either commerce or in banking maybe or something else that some people won't like. But it could even be something with like medical records, privacy issues, all these different kinds of projects and coins that are out there. So I plan on doing that. Some will like it, some won't. And quite honestly, if you guys go with me and you push this forward, then I'm all in and I'm doing it too because I find it exciting. So we'll go with that. All right. Zorn, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thoughts on the Tezos debacle? Well, I don't know about debacle. You tell me. And you tell me what the debacle is. You put it down in the chat. Let me know. Let's see. OMG, you bought a 10. Now it's at 775. I know. That's frustrating, right? Do you dollar cost average or not? And it's scary when you get in and you see this thing going down. You got a choice to make. Are you in it? Do you want to see it get back to that 13? If you believe the project is legit, then it's okay, right? Then maybe it's okay to hold on. But that's also why you accumulate over time and don't just jump into one so hard. You got to try to split it up. Your instincts will get into it and be like, oh, I got to have this. Got to be careful, right? Little by little, but I still like OMG. And I'm still a supporter of it. If I had it at 10, I personally, in my portfolio, wouldn't sell it. I'd still hold on to it. I think it's a 10 bagger. But then again, I've been recommending OMG when it was like $3, $2, something like that. So I've been a supporter for a while. Have you looked into fun? I love having fun. Otherwise, I don't know what you mean. Greed turns people into strange creatures. People are strange creatures. And greed and fear and all that stuff comes along with it, right? What's up, Crypto Kerbit? Recommending and telling people on Bite Size Bitcoin on his live stream to come to this channel. That's a supporter, brother. I love that. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Delicate balance between emotion and intelligence, which is why there's this new term called, new for the last 20 years, emotional intelligence, right? So yeah, it's pretty tough. And that's why you got to set yourself up. And for me, I've learned through crazy mistakes. So I think I've been in, stocks for 30 years, everything, real estate investing in many different kind of facets. And bottom line is, you've got to mitigate your emotions. If you cannot mitigate your emotions and put your ego aside and admit you will absolutely lose and be wrong a lot of times, you've got to take some kind of strategies, put it in place that at least mitigate that emotional nonstop FOMO and FUD, which will come all the time. And if you can control your emotions and risk and money management, you can do well. Otherwise, you're getting whacked around by the whales that understand how to control your emotions at the very top. Don't be one. Try to do the best you can at getting good at holding your emotions in check and putting strategies in place and techniques that will at least mitigate. See what I said, the word mitigate. I didn't say eliminate, mitigate some of your emotional sways back and forth. That's just the way it is. The folks that started the ICO are now squabbling over control, and everything seems to be on hold for Tezos. Wow, that's interesting. And then again, is that real? Is it not real? Is it going to develop and then all of a sudden it's going to become something even bigger than ever? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Somebody asked about Salt already. Salt is the lending platform. You definitely have to be verified and have some money in order to be a lender. But I love the overall concept of peer-to-peer lending, people lending without the third party. Again, maybe Salt might be a good one to do either a review or an interview. Maybe I'll reach out to the company and we'll go from there. Vert seems to have lots of potential. Any thoughts on it? Yeah, I keep hearing about Vert. That's another good one that I might do a review on. That's, they're coming in as a competitor to a couple other ones. So I think that one I'll probably have to look at more. I've read about it. I've read some of their website stuff. And of course, people keep asking me about it, but I'll do something deeper on that. Okay. Let's see. Vert is basically Bitcoin Gold for LTC. I've heard that. Again, I'll reserve my comment getting too much into it until I do a little bit more reading. All right, till I do a little bit more reading. All right, those of you that just jumped in, make sure you join me on Twitter. Please share or retweet, retweet the information. Incredibly helpful. 6,000. I mean, some of you, you know that you've been a little bit skeptical, right? Got to look at volume. Got to look at where the money's coming from. Why is it reaching 6,000? There's a lot of reasons, right? You look at the news. It doesn't tell. It's like you're either doing fundamental analysis or technical analysis. Really hard because they'll each feed into the other. That's reality. You read the news, depends on which article you read and who's pumping something or whose agenda there is, right? USA Today, as I said, they're talking about it. But they're not talking about it like we're talking about it, right? Obviously, they're talking about all the scary stuff, all the crazy stuff, and all that, So, but again, make sure you join me on Twitter. Retweeting this stuff and being involved on Twitter is big because that's where all these people are. Some of them are very active. Vitalik's a little active, obviously. Charlie Lee is very active. The Roger Veris is very active. There's a lot of people very active on Twitter. But it gives you real-time understanding of what they're saying. And the stuff that you think is important, you can retweet. And obviously put it on Facebook as well. And Watch is coming out. We got Facebook Watch. Right now, we're not allowed to be on unless they're paying, they're paying for content. Hey, they should pay for CryptoSpark content. And you and me, and we'll go to the moon together and show them behind the scenes what happens. We'll make a channel and we'll make a show about it. Sounds good to me. But until they do that, hey, at least let us on there because more exposure is huge. You want to make something go viral? 700 million users or close to 700 million users or more on Facebook? We need exposure there in a good way, not just blasting, but exposing through video and showing people what's happening. So Gerald Davis, awesome. Thank you so much. I always appreciate donations. fantastic. Always, it keeps me fired up, but it's a really, that's like as nice of a pat on the back as you can give, and I really appreciate that, of course. Thanks for taking time to share my thoughts. I mean, honestly, it does take a lot of time. I hate to admit it. If there was a camera following me around all day long, I do a lot of stuff. I'm busy. I'm nonstop. People say, "How do you do all this?" I'll sleep when I'm dead. My mind never shuts off until it's time to go to sleep, and even then, I think it's still going. But you know, and I know, when it comes to cryptos and blockchain, this thing is very exciting. I mean, it's hashtag addicted, right? It really is exciting. Not everybody's going to understand that. Some people think it's crazy. I don't care. It doesn't matter. To me, it's very exciting. And my feeling, my approach to it is continue to consume the information, continue to look at one of the most, if not the most disruptive technology in all of our lifetimes. I want to be involved with it. Why would I not want to be involved with it, right? This is exciting. So I definitely do want to be a part of it. And it takes up so much time. It's nonstop. But I love it. I'm sure you guys do too, okay? Bitcoin maximalism is underrated approach. Yeah, that's fine. That's another approach, absolutely. But, you know, let's be honest. There's other things out there. Like, nobody would have thought Bitcoin would have been invented except for people that were working on it for the past 20-something years. So what's going to be invented in another year? We don't know. That's the thing. So I like different approaches because we just don't know what we don't know. Let me say that again. We just don't know what we don't know. That's just reality of it, right? Before you leave, hit the like button. I definitely can't stay for long. I apologize to those of you that have jumped in. I wanted to do this earlier. Couldn't do it. Let's see. I'll go through a couple of these quick comments real fast, and then we'll go on. Sleep is for the poor. Yeah, you know what? It's grind, because there'll be a point in your life where you cannot grind, and you never know when that point is. And you're either fired up about stuff or you're not. I don't understand this whole take a week off, I don't feel like doing it today. There's so much to do. And when you find something you're excited about, I don't understand the mentality, especially I'm in the US, so I can't speak to everybody watching Australia, Canada, Japan, everywhere, South Korea, you guys from everywhere, New Zealand, a lot of great people out there, Ireland, UK. I don't know. I'm not judging anybody. I just don't understand because I've only been successful when I'm hardcore going at something. And I know I'll make mistakes, and that's just part of what it is. But just get stuff done. Get it done. You feel like you did something worthwhile. I'm talking to myself, not judging anybody. But in this place, there's so much to learn. It's so incredible. There'll be an encyclopedia of Bitcoin. I mean, Cryptopedia. Right? Let's be honest. It'll be Cryptopedia. So why would we hang out and wait and later on go, oh, look how cool that was. I wish I was in the beginning. You're in the beginning. You're in the beginning now. So just be excited, get into it, get fired up, share it with other people if you want to. If you don't, that's okay too. No judgment, but there's a lot of work to get done. The train is going forward, and I'm just engulfed. Hopefully you guys are engulfed too. And yeah, hit the like button. Thank you. Too legit to quit. It's always helpful. The hell, I'll be talking about this in my sleep, whether I have a channel or I don't have a channel. It's just more exciting to be around people that feel that same excitement. I would do it without a channel. I'd be watching somebody else's channel, but I'm fired up, so I'm doing it my way. All right. It's volatile to be smart about it. And like he said, be wise with your investments. Yep, definitely. Let's see. I was listening to some technical analysis in LTC. It may retest 45. Good. And then we can have Charlie Lee on, and then we'll have this awesome discussion. I'm tweeting to him a couple times, like, we want an interview. Charlie Lee. Listen, guys. You guys get on Twitter and tweet to Charlie Lee that we want to have an interview. And if we do it and he gets 100 tweets, eventually it'd be kind of crazy not to go, CryptoSpark who? And then when it goes down to 45 and a bunch of us get in and we jump in and we show them that, hey, listen, we support Litecoin too. We support Litecoin. Now we'll see it go from 45 back up to that 100 where it should be anyways, right? I'm good with that. So make sure you do it. All right. Hey, man, I'm listening to you first time from Australia. Yes, still up. Australia, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Love it. Love it. Plus, let's be honest, that's where the original Mad Max Road Warrior was filmed. And I know the whole history, very cool. But Australia is beautiful. We got a lot of people that come in from Australia and watch these channels. And I watch channels out in Australia, New Zealand as well, and some really good ones out there. I know it's growing. So let's see. What did Mark Cuban say? I know he likes Mercury Protocol. He said 10% in Ethereum and Bitcoin. He specifically mentioned them in his top 9 tips of, investing and whatever. And it wasn't just about him talking about his own. It was him basically saying, hey, this whole space is good. That's huge. Millions of people will see that. So they're not just going to run to his idea. They're going to look into Bitcoin and Ethereum. How many people do you think ever heard of Ethereum? So these are good things. This is good for Mark Cuban to do that. And I think, we can only take that positive win if you think about it, right? I'm here in Sydney now. Yeah, Thunderdome. But before that, forget Thunderdome. That was the worst one. Come on. I liked it, but it was the worst one. Mad Max, way back when it was raw, and they used that road that the military built for World War II, and then that little saloon right off to the side that's still there today. It's incredible. It's very cool. But all that stuff was fun, right? South Africa, I wish I could stay around. Brian Jacobs. We got people from all over saying hi. I can't stay. I only got another minute. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Join me on Twitter. I'll say it over and over again because I know people come and they leave, and then, it goes from there. So we need that, right? Ethereum is going to bust out after the forks. Yeah, I don't know. Ethereum, it's still sticking in that 3 to 330 range, right? But something good is going to happen. Something's going to swell out of Bitcoin at some point. Ethereum will release some good news, and after, obviously some of the things that are contentions start to fade away, yeah, we'll see. I still think Ethereum has a very strong possibility of doubling by the end of the year. That's just me. Let's see. Crypto Spark from Zorn. Make a Master Blaster with me. I will let you be on the top. That's a good one. I like that. Only 1% of 1% of the population. Yeah, exactly. People, they're starting to talk about it. I go somewhere and they're talking about it. I'm at a family, not a family, a big party the other night. It was about 50 people or so. And somebody says, hey, I heard he was into Bitcoin. So I go over and I start talking to the husband and wife. They're not just into Bitcoin. They have Bitcoin, they have Ethereum, and then they mention another one. And that other one I don't want to talk about because then people say I'm promoting it. But it was one in the top 30 for market cap. I said, really? Oh, yeah, the guy down the street that we're good friends with who's made unbelievable money, like 46,000% on this, recommended it, so we got in. Now, unfortunately, they didn't know anything about it, and they should come to my channel so they can learn, because you can't just jump in from a tip from the guy down the street who probably got in luckily a year ago. Who knows? But it shows you that it's starting to grow, and people were talking about it at a party, which these are successful adults that say, hey, I have a little bit of money. Actually, they have a lot of money, but I have a little bit of money, and hey, I want to put some in, right? I want to put some in. That's exciting. They're going to start talking to people. Somebody else at that party says, oh, what is that? In a positive way. These are successful, classy, nice people that are intelligent. They're going to start talking about it, and it's going to overwhelm all the negative stuff that's out there, so we don't have to worry about it, right? Okay, let's see what else we got. And I got to get going, guys, in just a minute or so. Just said hello on Twitter as Wealth and Co. David, thanks for letting us know 6,000 was broken. Awesome, David. Thank you so much. Let's see. NASDAQ is all in on cryptos as well as digital currency group. We're going to the moon for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of exposure happening that I don't think people understand the kind of exposure. NASDAQ, ETFs, all that. Whether you like it or not, it's going to bring people in. That's what's going to happen. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn sometimes. Yeah. That's true. Although I don't know too many blind squirrels. So, all right, guys, listen, I have to run. Thank you so much to Gerald for helping out with the donation. That always helps. Never expected super chat donations. They're always just a nice pat on the back. Really, really appreciate it. I know I will take this video and I'll post it. Well, it'll get posted today automatically. I'll try to cut up if there's anything, or at least split it. I know you guys can't stay around and see all the stuff all the time and just hang for the whole time. But if there's ever a time during the week, for me, it's in U.S. time. If there's a time during the week that works, I'll see if I can fit this in. But breaking records like 6,000, I had to do it. Had to do it, right? When is Wall Street coming? They're already coming. They're already coming, all right? They're here. They're already showing up. It's just the swell is starting to happen, and it's exciting. And for those of you that are waiting for a pullback, hey, me too. I'm super excited for a pullback. If it hits 3,000, I'll make a video about that because I'll be excited. because I see the bigger picture, and so should you, and you probably do. Gerald Davis, keep crushing it, Ed. Have a great day. I'm crushing it only because you guys love what I love, and that's what makes it so exciting. All right, guys. Listen, I have to run and go be productive, and I'm sure there'll be more records to talk about coming soon. It's not the last time. It certainly hasn't been the first time. There's a lot more coming. All right, guys. Until next time, that is your Crypto Spark.